So first off, I have to excuse the blue everything. I just got done with my review of the blue raspberry ring pop, and I did not notice this. I did try and wipe it off before I started the recording, but yeah, it didn't want to get off. So I look like I ate a Smurf. Anyway, so by the grace of the gods, had a season 2, and again, it is adorable. I love this show. It's on Crunchyroll. It's 12 episodes this season, and in this season we don't really get to see the ducal family, the with Jamules. Oh God, I'm so stupid. We do get to hear from Elia a bit. Like she's now started off at that school, and so her and Ryoma are exchanging letters over the episodes. We don't get a whole lot of time with her. It's mostly kind of just her reading his letter or him reading her letters that she sent over. They're using their lemur birds to communicate. And so yeah, we don't get the ducal family, but we do get a lot of other people. We also don't get to see I think what was her name, Lulutia. I can't remember if she was one of the goddesses. We don't get to see a lot of Kufo, who's another one of the gods, or Gain. Those were like the 3 gods that we saw at the first season that reincarnated Ryoma in this world. We do get to see Kufo for like a second, but for the most part, we don't get to see the other 2. We do get to see other gods, such as, I think his name is Takun, but I might be wrong, and he is the god of technology and craftsmanship, as well as Fernobelia, who is the god of magic and academics. And then, we do get introduced to another god by name, but we don't see them, and it's at the very last episode, where they say that it's the god of wind. It's like Minobelia or something, as well as I guess they're the god of the wind, as well as like arts and travels or something. So we get the name drop, and but we don't see or meet them yet. But we get a lot of people to encounter. If we get like Beck and his gang, who are these kids from the slums, and then we get to see the performing troupe that I can't remember the fucking name of. We get we get the slime researchers that start working at the second shop, which is one of the biggest things. Ryoma started a second branch of his laundry service. That he has a station in Gimmelden, and then he has this one in a town called Lenif. And then he meets kind of like the Mr. Surge, who kind of was the merchant that he dealt with in the first season. He does come back in this one too. But Mr. Piero and his daughter Miyabi, who becomes a friend of Elia later on. And then we get to see a little bit of Elia at her school, and her making friends, and Ryoma making, more of a dip, more of a dip, that's not the right word, more of an impact on this world. We see him do more slimes than in any anime ever, so if you love slimes, this is the perfect anime for you. It's cute, it's wholesome, it's adorable. But he's teaching them how to fight. In the first season, we see them like help significantly with like the goblin problem that was in the fucking caves. That Remiel, what the fuck just happened there? Ryoma, he lives in those tunnels now in Gimmel that they went in for the first season, and had to do with all the fucking cave mantises and cave bats and shit, and then the fucking goblins, because they found out that, monsters had started breeding in there because Gimmel is a mining town, and then no one really mines there anymore because they're starting to run out. So the ducal family asked him to, like, hey, can you check up on the caves? So he's kind of like moved into the caves and made like a little makeshift hut type thing in the caves. And so we see him do more business, meet more people, do a little bit more adventuring. We do get to see Asagi and, the Mia and all the other adventurer senpais. They're back. We see them. We get another plot line, which is apparently the gods told Ryoma. Why do I keep wanting to call him Remir? Oh my god, I wanted to call him Remir. That's what it was. Oh, no. I didn't know I was to do with slimes. Wrong anime, girl. Okay. So, Ryoma, we kind of get this, like, plot line where apparently the gods that brought him over mentioned something about heirlooms from other people who are transfers from Earth, and they're in this forest, which is one of the most dangerous forests. And they kind of given him like little like similar monsters to the ones there. And the two I remember was Smash Boar and Trenet, which is it's a tree monster, and Smash Boar is obviously fucking giant boar thing. And he does defeat both of those things in the show. But and he does set up that he's wants to learn more about those monsters and fight more of those monsters, and then go get these heirlooms. He's kind of used the lie that his like grandparents is his like family heirlooms or whatever, and he needs to eventually, level up, and then in the Adventurers Guild, and then go to the forest. So he's already set up that I want to take on these type of monsters and these, level up and do these type of quests so I can eventually go get this thing. And he's already told that to the guild. And they're like, okay. So they started out with that. Like I said, there's the second business in Lenef. He spends a lot of time there. What else? Well, that happened. But both seasons are extremely enjoyable. It never really let go of the charming factor. I think both are good in their own way. I did miss the Ducal family because I did love his relationship with them. It was so cute, so adorable. Just wholesome as fuck. So I'm a little sad we don't really see them. We see them like for a split second as they're like kind of saying goodbye to Elia and maybe like some flashbacks to stuff that happened in the first season. But then that we don't really see them, unfortunately. So I'm hoping if there's a third season, we will get them back. And I'm hoping for maybe like a little bit of a time skip somewhere. Not like much, maybe like a year or two, because Elia did mention in the first season before she went off to school that she wants to meet Ryoma in 3 years and then in another like 6 years or something, because there's a break period for the school or something, and then they want to meet up. And she's like, yeah, I won't forgive you if you forget because you're off studying science or some shit. Shouldn't say it like that, but basically that was kind of the thing. And of course we get more new slimes. And he also has like a lot of uses for slimes. Like we already know he's done like, we saw him train them and train with them. And the first season we saw them help out during the Goblin invasion type thing. I don't want to say Goblin invasion. It's not really Goblin invasion. It was basically that there had been a large colony that had established itself in the tunnels of Gimel. And they all went in there to clear out the monsters because they weren't really being used, or the tunnels weren't really being used. And then they found out that this huge fucking thing was there, and it became a big thing. And the slimes were helping out, doing healing and like handing people arrows and melting the bodies and of the fallen monsters to get them out of the way. So they had a huge help in this thing. And we see, like, that's the thing I like about the show. It's not just like, oh, it's cute slimes and that's it. Like, no, you see them. You see him training them. You see them, like, healing. You see them. They actually become practice partners for, like, Beck. It's kind of because they can't hurt them. Because they're not going to hurt them. So they're perfect practice partners for beginner adventurers. And then, we get some evolutions. We get, like, a deodorant slime or something. Because one of the cleaner slimes ate charcoal. And, we see more of the metal and iron slimes. We see a flying slime. So we get more of that and more uses. And just Ryoma kind of flipping things again for slimes in this world. So they're not just these useless fucking monsters. He's made a fucking business out of them, for one. And it's not like they're exploited it either. Because he treats them like they're fucking employees. And you can tell it's because of, like, his past life and how he had to work at, like, such an exploitative workplace that he's very, very, constantly trying to be aware of how to treat the employees and make sure they have, like, breaks and proper holidays and they're getting paid well. Is there anything you need? Is anything uncomfortable? Let me know. And he's always helping them to the point that, like, he constantly forgets and has to be reminded by other employees, like, dude, manager, we can handle this. For fuck's sake, go take a break. So, like, they're constantly telling him that. So it's just a cute show, and I really enjoyed this season. I enjoyed the second season. I can't really take myself seriously with the blue lips. But if that sounds good to you, if you enjoyed the first season, definitely watch the second season. Like I said, it's on Crunchyroll. We got 12 episodes. Forgot to breathe there. God damn, it's on my teeth too. Son of a bitch. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say. I think I've gushed enough to at least give you an idea if you'd like to watch this or not. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my hands. Yeah, I think I did a first impressions video for this as well. And, yeah. I don't know, can't tell which one I liked more, like which season I liked more. I enjoy both of them. I think I like the both. Well, all the music has been good so far, but I think I definitely enjoyed this ending more than the first one. It's very catchy and you're like bubbly and cute, and there's literally bubbles in the ending, and then I had to burp, and then it came full circle there, didn't it? Excuse me, what the fuck was that? Well, at least my blue lips matched my baggy eyes. Jesus Christ, that must be designer. Yeah, I made that dumbass joke. I apologize. I don't apologize. Anyway, I think I've said enough. Like, we have like 10 going on 11 minutes. I think I've ranted enough about this show and if you should watch it or not. If you like this show, let me know. Do you have a favorite character or my favorite slime? What are you hoping for in the next season if we do get a next season? Do you know if there's going to be a next season? I don't. I haven't really looked up. I kind of just let it happen. I usually don't go hunting if there's going to be a second season for something or not. Okay, like once or twice I have for certain shows. But, like for this one, I can't remember if I looked it up or not. But I think at the time it said there was no confirmation. And then, like I said, I was just looking through what was new on Crunchyroll and happened to see it and go, oh my god, it's back! So, don't really count on me for anime news. There are definitely other channels on here better for that type of thing, and, you know, you can fucking Google that if you trust Google. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna maybe go watch some of the newer stuff. I added a fuck ton of stuff to my list. It's terrifyingly overwhelming. Again, I have to figure out if I want to do a full review for Black Summoner, but I don't really know what to say. And then we also got Kuma 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 Bear Punch. So yeah, there's the season 2 of that. So can you imagine how happy I was seeing that this got season 2 and then Kuma got a season 2? That was good. So happy. Oh yes, and then In the World was my smartphone. All shows that I like that I was not expecting to get another season. Which, by the way, I did a first impressions for the second season of that. I have not watched the second season of Kuma yet. I'm thinking of doing it right now, actually. But Jesus Christ, there's so much stuff new on Crunchyroll. And I'm gonna let you know, I'm not endorsed by Crunchyroll. Maybe one day, but not as of this video, I'm not. But that's where I watch most of my anime. And if you watched a lot of stuff on, say, Hulu or on Funimation, a fuck ton of that stuff is on here to the point that I actually don't use those. But again, I never use Funimation anyway because for whatever reason, I always had video playback issues with that for some reason. And then Hulu, I'm gonna be honest, there are some shows on Hulu that look good, but for the most part, if you're going there mainly for anime like I was, there's not a whole lot there, and what they have there it's already been added to Crunchyroll. So if you were watching a bunch of stuff on Funimation, there's a good chance it is now on Crunchyroll. Like, they've added so much stuff. Holy fuck. Like, kind of an unofficial review, but if you are heavy into anime and you want to spend some money on a service that streams anime, check out Crunchyroll, because like I said, their libraries just keeps getting bigger. They're constantly adding new stuff. And just a little tip to anyone that watches a lot of anime, because like I had a hard time finding places to watch anime too. And then there are places, but then you have to pay for them. So this is a good one. Netflix is also adding Netflix is what I would use, like this or Rakuten Viki for if you're looking for foreign dramas, particularly Korean or Japanese. I see a lot of that stuff on there. I'm not an expert. This is just this shit I've seen while I was using those services already. I don't have a Rakuten account, so the Rakuten Viki for me is, I'm just using the free service. So you do have to deal with commercials on that. But then again, I also did Funimation that way. Crunchyroll, I actually do have a paid subscription to. I'm not the one paying it, but I have a paid subscription too. It is a birthday present. Anyway, yeah. Like I said, there's so much stuff, my god. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that for anyone who maybe wants to get into anime and doesn't want to spend a fuck ton of money and just doesn't want to buy like trillions of different services to look for like anime you might want to watch. So if you want to watch anime, you're a big anime watcher, just definitely at least look at Crunchyroll's library. I'm sure you'll be like, holy fuck. I think I'm good for a while. It's got popular things like Naruto, One Piece. It's got the new stuff. Like I said, there's Brothers of the Gods. They've added Vinland Saga, which I haven't seen. I guess there's a season 3 of fucking Doctor Stone. I haven't seen the second season. I don't know why I didn't start that. I think it's because I was so overwhelmed by the first season. I liked it. Yeah, my thing is terrifying. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, check my videos, and bye.